Hi all trade finance professionals. Today's topic I've chosen it specifically because I've seen many problems. Right? We all face, not only, even I misunderstand many times some articles of UCP. Everyone does, because after all we are human beings. What works is collective thought, right? So I've seen many times we misunderstand the UCP articles. Now, why am I specifically talking about UCP? We misunderstand ISP also. We misunderstand URR also. We misunderstand human beings. The question of UCP, ISP, ISBP is separate. We misunderstand human beings, right? Because after all, we are human beings, isn't it? So, but what works is collective thought later. So, why do we do so? Means, why does a human being, why does a trade finance professional misunderstand this concept of UCP? Why only UCP? Because UCP is used majorly. Remaining ISP and URR, they are almost 25% of the trade, or let's say 30%, but UCP is mainly 70%, right? UCP, ISBP combined. When we say UCP, it means it's including ISBP also, okay? So why UCP600 is misunderstood by most of the working bankers or most of the trade finance professionals? That is the point to be discussed today. Okay? So let's start. So what is the reason why UCP is misunderstood? Mainly by trade finance only. Working bankers means what? Those who are working in the same sector. So why is it so? See, there are many reasons to this, and see, I may be wrong also. Means here, some of you might disagree with this. It's open for disagreement, not an issue. But what happens is, what I've seen generally talking to the bankers, specifically CDCS, trade finance bankers, or not even bankers, all the guys in trade finance. See, many CDCS is applied in many sectors, or trade finance is there in many sectors, not only in banking. There are private companies also. Big companies like Reliance, Tata, or even these big auditing firms, KPMG and others. They also have it. I've made a special session on this. In which sectors CDCS is required, or trade finance is required, for that matter. I've made a separate video on this. Kindly watch that also. It's not only in banking, it's required in many sectors. So all the trade finance professionals, why do they misunderstand or misinterpret this UCP600? Because that is the major document. As you might have seen by now, lack of comprehensive training on UCP600 and ISBP. See, these two are often means we take it something else. It is something else, and my practical life is something else. That's what many of the bankers think. That I'll do my work daily, and this is something very precious or holy sake. Okay? So it's not that. They should be intermingled. Means they should be mixed. Right? UCP600 should be the part of your daily life of trade finance. Daily life. Okay? Wherever you are dealing with LCs, you must always deal with UCP600. Means you must have that thought in your mind. You should have read those articles, or they should be handy for you. If you have not read, they should be handy, and you must go on searching always. So lack of comprehensive training, that is one of the main reasons. Trainings on, means what are the various articles? How do they help you practically in your life, in your daily life, daily working? Your practical working is not different than UCP and ISBP together. Second is interconnectedness of rules. This is one of the major issues. Interconnectedness means there are many examples also. See, I have given two examples over here. For example, this Article 6E of UCP. It states somewhere, see this, except as provided in sub-article 29A. So, here it's an interconnectedness. From 6A, you are jumping to, so immediately you must think what is 29A, right? So this is the interconnectedness. Similarly, there is another for transfer LC also. See this, yeah. Article 10A states that except as otherwise provided in Article 38. 38 is what? Transfer LC. So immediately 10 and 38, they get related to each other. Now, many bankers don't have time also. Or not even the means curiosity to go and check. Okay, curiosity is very important for every banker. If you are working in trade finance or any part of banking, we must never leave any stone unturned. Whenever if this Article 10A states that except as otherwise provided in Article 38, immediately as a banker or as a curious banker, you must go and check Article 38 if you don't know. If you know, it's okay. But if you don't know, you must immediately, don't leave it. There is some Article 38, we'll check it later. Later never comes. The rule is simple, now or never. If you want clarity in your thoughts, right, immediately from 10A jump to 38, come back to 10A later. Okay, because that's very important. You must go to the depth of every knowledge or every line. Okay, so this was just an example. See, I won't read the article full over here. Only the point of discussion or point which I wanted to focus was the relationship, interconnectedness. There are many as such, many. Which are, see, these are directly related. There are certain which are not directly related. Means Article 14, if you say, checking of other documents, right? Standards for examination. So that is connected to many other articles immediately. Not directly, but the rules are applicable of Article 14. Right? So these are the points which are to be focused, and these are the points which are not gone into depth, means we don't go into depth of this. And that's why there is a confusion. That's why we find this difficult. Okay? So this point everyone must get into, means we must always go to the depth. That's what the basic is. Okay? Now there can be few more examples also I can give you. For example, BL. Okay, bill of lading. So the article related to bill of lading, okay, Article 19, that related to bill of lading. So that article is somewhere related to the NNSB also, similar one, somewhere related to MTD also. And we as a banker get confused because all the wordings are similar. You see the wordings of MTD, multimodal transport, BL, and NNSB, non-negotiable CWA bill. So these are the problems, right? I mean, they all seem to be similar, but there are certain changes in those. There are certain variations, slight variations are there, but if we miss on those variations, for example, in transport document MTD, goods are received for shipment, whereas in BL, shipped on board. In MTD, it's not compulsory. It's received, taking in charge. Right? There pre-carriage is important. In BL, pre-carriage is not important. So slight changes, but we miss on that. So that's why many of the bankers misunderstand this or feel that, see, from our heart, see, once we see some problem in single line or single article, we are so much engrossed in our daily work that we say, no, yaar, it's very difficult. Let's leave it. I'll ask my boss only. Simple. Let me ask my senior. Instead of reading all this, let me ask my senior. That is where we go wrong. You first prepare your case. You first think. And when you are prepared with this, then ask your senior, am I right or wrong? Then he will have greater regards for you. If you simply ask the question, see, every person in banking likes the person who gives the answers, not the questions. Always remember, you first prepare your case. I think so and so, I have done this homework. And now based on this, I am asking you. Am I right? Then the person will be very happy to answer you and he will plan something big for you. Okay? So this is interconnectedness, and that's why these are the reasons why we don't go into the depth and we find the articles and UCP articles difficult. Poorly drafted credits. This is also one of the major problems. Means while drafting the credits, I don't follow the UCP articles. I just focus on the applicant and my working strategy. Somewhere it's mentioned. Outdated internal practices, this part. So poorly drafted credits means what? I draft it as per my wish. I want that the draft pay should be this applicant, I'll make it applicant. I don't care about what UCP says. Now this is pure gross negligence, isn't it? So this, you can't go beyond the rules. If you're going beyond the rules, you're making it as a collection document then. If you're putting applicant as a drawee, you're making it as a collection document. It's no more an LC. Gap between rules and practice. This is also one. These two are related. Poorly means I'll go as per my wishes. Practically something else I am following. And there are many bankers who say that theory is different. You just clear the CDCS exam. Practice is different. Kindly note, this is totally wrong. Theory and practice are never different. At least in trade finance, I can say. If you go beyond or away from the theory or the rules, then you are inviting a trouble for you and your bank. Very clear. Okay? Strict compliance misinterpretation. Now this again important word, strict compliance. When I was in one of the banks, okay, same trade finance. Strict compliance means they used to follow every word exactly like this only. It's not exact like this. Only on invoice the goods description needs to be as per that credit. Remaining everywhere it can be in general terms. Even UCP says, ISBP says that a concept or the matter in that document should fulfill the condition. Matter in that document should fulfill the condition. Got it? So strict compliance doesn't mean exact word to word same. Only in case some documents, see, whenever there are certain rules given, whenever they give you that strictly write this, then strictly write this. Otherwise, the concept is important. Non-documentary conditions. Non-doc condition, now this is major problem. Send the goods through first class logistics company. What is first class? Immediately send a response to us. What is immediately? Immediately for me will be 10 days. Immediately for you will be 1 year. There is no fixed return condition. These are called as non-doc conditions. Now, while drafting the LC, if you follow such non-doc conditions, that will be against the UCP, and then you will say UCP doesn't give me that much information there. You are making a mistake and then blaming UCP. Simple, isn't it? Outdated internal practices. My bank does it this way only. Since many years we have been doing this way only. My bank, these are the rules set by that MD who was there 20 years back. He had set the rules. And now we are working as per that. We have never suffered the losses because of these rules. There, understand, you have not suffered the losses, but you have missed out on so many profits because of unchanged rules. Right? So that is also a point. Outdated practices should be removed from the banking. Even RBI gives, RBI or any central bank in whichever country you are, the central bank gives regulations, refreshes their regulation. If they can refresh, why can't you as a bank? Right? Specific article confusion. Now this is one of the major, and here I'll stop after clarifying this point. Specific article confusion. Now means what? There is a lot of confusion among, these are just examples I have taken. It's not compulsory that these are the only ones. Just example, see this. Confirm and may add. This is one of the major problems I have seen in the LC. Confirm and may add. What is the difference between them? Practically there is no difference. But what does it mean? In confirm instructions, the issuing bank is telling that this negotiating bank or confirming bank that you can confirm, you confirm this. Okay, telling it. After all, see, after all, in the end, it's the confirming bank's prerogative to add or not. So here it is telling that confirming bank kindly confirm. And may add means what? The confirming bank can speak to the beneficiary and then decide. Speak to the beni and then decide. And when I say confirm, it means you need not speak to the beni. I have given you the instructions as the issuing bank. If you want, you can confirm. Not to, you need not speak to the beni in this case. This is just one example. There can be many. Usance versus deferred. This is also one of the major problems. Usance versus deferred. What is the difference between them? We don't see, many of the bankers have not seen deferred payments because they don't exist in many countries. In many countries, there are fixed dates, usance. So deferred also we need to understand. Okay, deferred means it's an event based. Okay, event based. I'll give you $1 lakh on my birthday. Now, when is my birthday? Do you know it? Okay, or on my marriage. Do you know it? That's what. Even I don't know means I'm just giving example. Okay, so happening of the event. There is no bill of exchange in basically this deferred. Okay. Similarly, third one, discounting and negotiating. Now, I won't go in explaining all these terms. Okay, basic logic. Discounting is used for collections and negotiations is used for LCs. Logically, both are similar, but these are the two main differences. So, the point of here is not to discuss these points, but the point over here is these specific article confusions like these, there can be many, will create a burden in the mind of the banker. Then the banker says, leave it, I'll ask someone. If I don't understand, leave it. That's the wrong way of thinking. If you don't understand anything, try to learn more. So these were the main reasons why there is a confusion, okay, among the bankers for UCP600, right? I mean, they find it difficult also, some bankers. Some bankers find it confusing. But you follow our videos constantly on the same channel and you will, all the confusions will be clear. Where is the channel? Let me show you the channel also. See this. Go to Adda247 always. Okay. Go to Adda247 and one sec. Just type on Google only. See, just type CDCS Adda or CDCS training. You type CDCS training also and check in the video section. Check in the video section. Immediately you will go to the channel only. Okay. See this, CDCS Adda247. You just type CDCS training also. Okay, you will get somewhere the videos and then follow the channel, subscribe to the channel. All the important technical parts as well as generic terms are clarified over here. Don't miss this. Okay. So, everyone subscribe to it, and those who are giving CDCS or planning for CDCS, kindly we have the paid classes also. You be in any country, just talk to us, email us, message us, WhatsApp us, Telegram us, anything. All the links are provided. We will adjust whatever the structures you want. Okay, as per the structures, we can adjust the things. But you speak up. Okay. Bye everyone.